guys, so it's been a little while since I've posted on this main channel of mine. I've been a bit busy. Assignments are pretty much swarming in now, so yeah, they're pretty close, and I wanted to film a little video. This camera is annoying me so much. I need to tilt this up. This is such an ugly angle, but we're gonna roll with it. There's something that I was doing on my second channel, but I'm gonna move to this channel, which was writing vlogs, specifically dissertation writing vlogs. The main reason I'm moving this to this channel is because I do a lot of educational type videos on here, like back to school advice and like sharing different tips on my university life and stuff like that. So I thought, why not move my dissertation writing vlogs onto here, since it'll be giving people an insight on how it is writing a dissertation kind of thing, and the process of it and stuff. So in my last video I talked about my idea, which I will hopefully put up link up here so you guys can watch it, because it's on my second channel obviously, and I'm not going to try and put it onto this channel because it's another upload and I don't have time to do this kind of thing right now. So yeah, I'll link that up there for you to watch it. And oh, focus, thank you camera, well done. So yeah, and basically I filmed some footage like a while ago about how my dissertation idea changed, but I lost the footage. It was on my phone obviously, and I lost it somehow. I might have accidentally deleted it or something, because I'm always running out of storage on my phone. I'm gonna tell you guys now, I guess. So basically I had this idea about mental health before, which has completely been scratched. If you watched the last video, like I said, I'll link it up there, you'll know what the idea was. It's completely scratched, mainly because I'm afraid to write about mental health now, because I write about it quite a lot actually, and also just because I wanted to give it justice, and I didn't know if I could do that without being too judgmental, stereotyping and all that stuff that comes along with writing about such sensitive topics. So I've changed my idea, and I've still got a little hint of mental health in there, which happened unintentionally. So yeah, my new idea is now I have a fantasy short story. So 7,000 words is obviously the short story. 3,000 is a commentary, because I'm doing a creative writing dissertation, because I do English and creative writing. If you're doing a standard academic dissertation, like if I was doing like a standard English one, it would have been 10,000 words. But because I'm doing a creative writing one, it's split, because we have to write a reflective commentary, which kind of talks about your writing process, your influences, how you fit into the writing world, all those kind of things, stuff like that. So this is gonna be a fantasy piece, which I've never written fantasy, so it's really exciting. It's going to be an alternate universe, in which in this universe everything is pretty much the same. It's in 2017, pretty much the same to our current universe, apart from one difference. This is something in this universe, everyone is aware of this, pretty much the norm there. You are connected to your soulmate through marks on your body. So you all have a soulmate. A soulmate is picked for you in that world, and the way you're connected is soul, like things on your body. So say for instance one of you was born with a birthmark, it means the other one has it too. If one of you bumps yourself and gets a bruise, it means your soulmate will get it too. And if you cut yourself or get injured and stuff, the other person will get it too. The only difference is the other person will feel the pain. They'll just have the mark on their body, whereas you may potentially obviously feel the pain of like hitting yourself or something like that. So yeah, and it's essentially a kind of like a love story between these two characters, who kind of like are trying to, well, he's trying to find her, she is trying to find herself, if that makes sense. He is a budding artist, he's a sketcher, so he sees her through dreams quite often. He doesn't see her completely, he sees little bits of her, so he sees her hair and eyes the most, I feel like. And typically he'll wake up and try and like sketch her and stuff, and he wants to get a full image of her, but it never happens because he never really gets the full dream. Just about when he's about to, he wakes up most of the time, or he's like woken up by an alarm clock or anything like that. And yeah, he's seen her, but he doesn't know who she is. The plot twist, well, it's not really a plot twist, is it? Because like it's not that outstanding and anything, but the twist is that she's practically living in the same town as him, but he doesn't know that, because your soulmate's practically on the other side of the world, and you wouldn't be able to find her maybe or something, who knows. You can live a pretty happy life, not being with your being like married or being with your real soulmate, if that makes sense as well. You can be happy not being with your soulmate. It's just that your soulmate may be on the other side of the world, and you may get to meet them, you may not, stuff like that. So yeah, and she is, I think he's a white guy, about 17 years old, 18 years old, and that she's a mixed race girl. She's mixed African American and Asian. I haven't decided what kind of Asian yet though, because obviously Asia is such a big country. I haven't really decided. I need to kind of knuckle that down before I actually get into some solid writing about her, because I'm at the current moment I'm writing from his perspective. It's gonna be split narrative, so it's gonna be both points of views. Alright guys, so you may be thinking I look different, the lighting's different and everything, and I sound different too. So I was filming this on a Friday and my battery died literally as I was speaking, and then I was like, oh okay, I'll just charge my battery pack and I'll carry on filming later. That never happened because so many other things happened. I had a funeral to go to, and then I had a lot of uni work because my assignments are pretty close now, so then I completely forgot that I was still filming this video. It's now Tuesday, so it's been a fair few days, and I am now coming down with a cold, or I have a cold, so my throat's really bad, so if I start losing my voice throughout, I apologise. But I just wanted to finish the video off, so I thought I should do it. And last time I was talking about, before the camera died, I was talking about the split narrative. Now the thing I have to be careful about is I have to make sure I don't tell basically the same story from two different points of views. I have to make sure it kind of is a different part of the story. So maybe there's a part of the story in the morning when the guy wakes up from a dream or something, and the next, for her point of view, it won't be the same thing. It'd be something like, you know, a morning in her life kind of thing, or maybe an afternoon in her life. I don't know, I have to figure it out. And I think I've decided what kind of Asian I want her to be. Either I'm gonna make her Japanese, like so she's mixed black and Asian, so at the Asian side of her is either gonna be Japanese or Thai, but I haven't decided definitely. I need to just quickly look into it quickly because I haven't really started writing anything at all from her point of view just yet. It's pretty much a science fiction-y kind of fantasy thing, but the main storyline is a romance storyline. So as you could tell, the main storyline is him trying to find out who she is, really. And I don't know how the story's gonna end, but at the current moment I feel like I want it to end that he does find her. Don't know for definite. This angle is so unattractive. It makes me look like I have a double chin, but I'm filming right from my window because it's comfortable to sit on my bed and I can't position this any other way. It looks really ugly, but yeah. And then also her problem is that because she's mixed, a mixed race girl, she has problems with identity. She doesn't know which side of her identity she fits on. She doesn't necessarily feel really black, but she doesn't necessarily feel really Asian either, and because of that she feels like she's the only person in that town that looks the way she does, which isn't true, because this isn't like is the word homogenous. I think the word's homogenous. This isn't supposed to be like a homogenous society of any sort. If that's not the word, I'll put the word here because I can't remember what the word is. I think it's homogenous, but it's not a homogenous society at all. But obviously when you're a teenager, your world around you, the small little bubbles, so school and God knows what else, like your little family life and stuff is basically your whole life. You don't really realize there's a whole other world out there. So you don't realize that when you're younger, that there's a whole other world out there, because if I'm being honest, I was exactly like that when I was in school. School was basically my only life, if that makes sense. So for her, she feels like she's the only person that looks the way she looks, and she doesn't feel like she fits into the normal standard of beauty, I guess, in a way. So there are going to be issues of identity and stuff, and so in that sense she resorts to self-harm because she doesn't feel like right, if that makes sense. She doesn't fit, and that isn't just thrown in just for the sake of throwing it in. There's like real pressure to look a certain way, and it's kind of led to her mental state kind of deteriorating to the point where she feels the need to cut herself to make her feel better. And obviously we all know that it doesn't necessarily make you feel better, but in a moment when you're in a state like that, there we go, focus on the face, come on, come back, thank you. I don't know why it's doing this, but yeah, when you're in a state like that, that kind of thing makes you feel better. Obviously personally I don't have any personal experience with that, but just from research I've done, people I know in person, like around me and stuff, and you know, all kinds of things, reading and stuff, and just keeping up to date with what happens to people who have mental health problems, specifically self-harmers. I've kind of just learnt kind of thing. So she does that, and that's what he dreams of. He often sees her cutting herself and stuff, and so he does have scars on his arms where she's cut, but obviously he has not felt the pain of any sort. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, that's pretty much it really. So it's like a journey of like self-discovery for her side, and also a journey of like, you know, teenage romance and stuff. which I feel like I do write a lot, but I really enjoy writing romance. It's one of my strong points, and I feel like I'm very strong with characters, and I'm really excited to write about some more diverse characters. Like, as someone who's diverse myself, ethnically and just generally like quite diverse, like obviously I'm not like your standard Caucasian or anything. I'm obviously Asian. I'm Pakistani, in case you're wondering, because many people think I'm Indian, which I'm not. I'm Pakistani. My parents are from Pakistan. Well, mother's born here, but originally everyone's from Pakistan, if that makes sense, like my ancestral roots and all that. So I'm pretty ethnic, I should think, and obviously being brought up in Britain, I've grown up around a bunch of different people, different ethnic backgrounds and stuff, and like, you know, all of that. So, but when it comes to my writing, I tend to write pretty like pretty mainstream is the word mainstream. I don't like to use that word, but I tend to write pretty mainstream in the sense that I write about teenagers that are Caucasian most of the time, middle class, standard, like working class, like not working class, but standard class kind of Caucasians, and that I feel like doesn't represent me as a writer, if that makes sense, because that's not my life. I'm from a working class background, grown up like pretty much having to, like, you know, work for everything, if that makes sense. Yes, I'm trying to get better at writing characters that are more diverse and stuff, and also represent me, like my voice as a writer. That's why I wanted to write like a mixed race character, even though I don't have any experience being mixed race at all, but you know, being different, I guess, is something like being ethnically different, looking different. It's something I do have experience with. Come back in, camera. Why are you doing this to me? You're brand new. Come on, stop it. I've dropped it once. I'm hoping it's not because I've dropped it. Okay, stay there. So yeah, and I'm really excited to write these characters because I feel like I'm pretty strong with characters, and I feel like if you have interesting characters, the plot can kind of find itself, if that makes sense. I'm that kind of writer. I'm very character focused when it comes to story writing, and I pride myself in that a lot, actually, because I feel like if you have a really intricate, really interesting, really fascinating plot, but really bland, two-dimensional characters, like, what is your story? That's kind of a boring story. If you so you end up with a pretty bland story nonetheless, but I feel like you can still have a basic plot, like girl meets boy, they like each other, there's some kind of problem, conflict, solve the conflict, happily ever after, whilst having very interesting, very realistic, very three-dimensional characters, very like real, like they represent real life people in the real life world that we live in, and you'll still have a really good story. That's how I like to see story writing, when it comes to writing at least. So yeah, that is my current state with my dissertation, and I have actually written stuff. I'm currently at around 200 odd words, which isn't a lot considering I have to write 7,000 words. But the good thing is I have until January when my first writing samples due in. So if you guys don't know, you do have, depending on your university, this varies obviously, and varies upon degrees too, but in my university we have to give in writing samples throughout the year. I think we get about 4, I don't remember. I can't actually remember. I've got it written down somewhere basically in my notes, but I can't remember the top of my head now. But we have to give some writing samples in, and our first one is in January, like middle of January, towards the end of January I think. And for this one we can give the full draft. So for creative writing students, we can give the full draft of our story or creative section, because some people are writing several poems or several mini short stories kind of thing, but I'm just doing, I think there's me and one other girl in the class who are doing a full short story, and maybe one other person, my best friend Zara, I think might be doing a full story or two. I'm not definite, but everyone else seems to be doing like multiple stuff, I think. So basically for us creative writing students, we're giving our full creative section in, because obviously I have a creative section and a reflective kind of talking about your writing process section, which is more critical, I guess. That's the more English side of things, where you're more critical, analysing your own work kind of thing, and that will be due in January. But obviously for everyone else who's doing a regular English dissertation, like I do have friends obviously who are doing a regular English dissertation, they're giving their full 10,000 words, like a full first draft. Like, it depends, I don't know if they have to give a full 10,000, but basically a full first draft. And then the writing samples that come after that, they're like sections, which I think is pretty handy, because once you're given the full first drafted, then you can work on certain sections and show your dissertation tutor certain sections, if that makes sense. So far I really like my dissertation tutor. I think I mentioned in the last video that's on my second channel that I was worried because it wasn't the tutor that we've had for like over our course of university so far, because obviously the one who's supposed to be my dissertation tutor has some other prior commitments when it comes to her own writing. She's been like assigned to do a project or something, so like outside of uni, so she hasn't been able to be a dissertation tutor this year. So they called someone else in from a supporting university. I think like we have like universities that are grouped together and stuff, obviously. So yeah, but she's really, really nice. I really like her, and she seems pretty cool with my idea. When she gave a bit of feedback from my little section, like I've literally written 200 words and we had to take a bit of it in. We had a little group session, a group meeting. That's another thing. Will be when you have dissertations, you will have meetings with the dissertation tutor. You have to kind of arrange them yourself. The good thing with creative writing is that we do a lot of group sessions, so we arranged group sessions and individual sessions. So I think it was last week we had a group session where we all went in, shared work with each other, gave our opinions to each other. We talked a long time. It was really good. We found out there were some common themes amongst people, so I think there was 3 of us that are maybe talking about identity in some kind of way, in different ways, but talking about identity, which is really interesting to see that we all have linking kind of themes somehow. And that also links other things we've learned on our degree this year. Like we've learned about gender studies and identity and all those kind of things as well. We've learned about things like that, so it's really interesting. And we've learned about race studies too as well, thinking about it actually. So we had kind of naturally by drawing in things we've learned, which is so interesting to know that I've done that without even realizing I'm doing it. So you have meetings. So my next one is in a few weeks time before we break up for Christmas, which is a solo one. So it's just me one-on-one with my tutor, and we're given the option, if you want to bring anything in, bring it in, like email. Well, we have to email it to beforehand before the meeting, or if you don't, she specifically said if you don't have any work, don't miss the meeting kind of thing. Still come, we can still like have a chat of the progress you're having. And another thing is, for my university and for my degree specifically, my English degree, like the English department, we're doing presentations. I think they might be doing it solely to see that you're actually working on your dissertation and you're not leaving it till second semester. I think it's just a way to spy on us to make sure we're actually doing work. So I have that this Thursday coming up. It'll probably have passed by the time this video goes up, because I'll probably upload this video after the presentation, since I should be working on that presentation right now. It's pretty simple. All you're going to talk about is your dissertation, what it's about, all of that, your key texts. You have to talk about your progress, where you're at, whether you're on track with your time, all of that. And then also you have to kind of bring employment into it somehow. So you can have like a job profile. So for me, I'm going to try and find the profile, like what's expected, the skills are expected from a content creator or a digital marketing assistant. I haven't decided which one I'll look, because I think I want to do more content creation than social media marketing itself. I want to dabble in both, but I think content creation seems more my thing. So I'm going to like find it online somewhere maybe, and then like talk about how I've gained some of those skills already just for my dissertation and stuff, and how this dissertation will help me gain more of the skills that I'll need kind of thing. So they're really like keen on bringing in employment and making sure you actually know that you can get employed. That is all so far really. That's the point I'm at on my dissertation, and I really wanted to include this on this channel because I do like a lot of education videos, I said earlier on in the last clip when I'm dressed differently, and I felt like it'd be useful to put on here for anyone who's in uni right now but not in third year yet, or anyone who wants to go to uni eventually, who's probably still in college or something. Though it's just handy for people to see. So from now on, my dissertation writing vlogs will be on here, but once my dissertation is over, I'm still going to be writing. I love writing. I now consider myself a writer. I never used to before, but now I consider myself a writer. I've learned so much things on the last 3 years on this degree, so many things that have helped improve me as a writer myself, like giving me so many skills to improve. And I do consider myself a writer now, so any other type of writing vlogs will be on my second channel then. And to end this video, just quickly, if you guys are wanting to see Christmas vlogs, Vlogmas, I did it last year and I did it on my second channel, and I will be doing it on my second channel again. But last year I did daily ones, which obviously is what most people do. But this year, and I did it up until my birthday, since I don't really celebrate Christmas, but my birthday is literally on the 23rd of December, so 2 days before Christmas. So I'm going to do a similar thing again this year, but I'm thinking of doing weekly vlogs instead, solely because of how stressful this time of year is, and it's kind of stressful to do daily vlogs when I've got assignments. The lucky thing is that my assignments are due before Christmas, whereas last time around I had an assignment due in January when it was still Christmas break kind of things. That was kind of stressful. This time around, the only thing I've got to focus on during Christmas break is my dissertation, but still that's a lot of things to focus on, and I have two other assignments due soon, like in about 2 weeks maybe, I think, maybe a week and a half, something like that. So yeah, it's pretty stressful. So I'm thinking of doing weekly vlogs. That way, if there's something like a day where it's not really interesting, where I literally just stay at home and work on an assignment, I don't have to film that day. So I thought that would be a good thing to do, but I thought I'd put it on this channel so anyone who is interested in Christmas vlogs can head over to my second channel. If you wait till the end screen that it comes up, I usually have it linked there, but also I have it linked in the down bar too, in the description, and I'll link it up in the card thing that pops up or whatever. So yeah, my voice is starting to go now, so I think I'm gonna go. I did want to show you guys some actual process of me writing, but since I haven't written anything again yet, and I don't intend to for another week yet, I think I might just upload this vlog as is, and the next writing vlog will be me doing some actual writing, so you can see me in action, like typing away on my laptop and stuff. You'll see a lot of me just going backspace, 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 and erasing a lot of words kind of thing. But I think that'll be fun for you guys to see the actual process of me sitting down and writing and stuff. And I'll give you a sneak peek of some of my notes too, because it's got like a bunch of scribbled down notes which probably aren't legible and no one can read, but I think it'll be fun. So yeah, that is all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about me doing these vlogs on this channel. Are you going to be going to university soon? Are you interested in uni? Are you in university right now? How do you feel about the fact that we have to do a big dissertation? But it's a lot of fun because you get to choose a topic. Yeah, I'm really excited for this dissertation. This is the one thing I've been excited for since summer, really. So yeah, I guess that's all. If you want to stay up to date with this channel and the videos I upload, please hit subscribe down below along with the notification bell. You guys know the drill by now, and I guess I should catch you guys in my next video. Yeah, alright guys, toodles.